Hello, everybody, and welcome
Uh,
back to Save or Die, the Lazarus Expedition. How are my favorite players doing today?
Me and Mr.
Tiger
Mooton are doing
challenges.
great.
Fuck you.
I hear a lot of people in this group have been playing some Baldur's Gate. Is it any good?
Oh my god.
It's a 10 out of 10.
It's okay.
It's good.
If you have even a vague interest in
trash.
D&D, it's amazing.
It's
Not even that.
okay.
I hate these types of games, and
Yeah.
this game goes far and above my expectations. It actually
Wow.
has like really cool that feel like D&D moments where there's like breadcrumbs around and you're able to find them, then you're able to combine like this cool new magical weapon or kill things in a weird or interesting way. It's really good.
Or
Ah.
approach problems in ways that you hadn't considered before. And you're like, I wonder if I cast this spell. Like, these paladins have had a fight with all these gnolls, and I think that maybe they're not real paladins, but I can't get them to admit it. One of them died out fighting the gnolls. What if I go and cast Speak with Dead on that guy's body? And actually you talk to him and find out the truth of why they're there, and then you can confront the paladins with like a new dialogue option that you didn't have before. Basically being like, I know that you're not real paladins, I know you've fallen or whatever. Very cool, Neil. If you liked Divinity Original Sin, which I know you did,
I did like the
You'll
first
like.
one.
I think
you've
you'll
gotta-
like this game.
you've got to play this, yeah. And I think we would all appreciate watching you play, at least I would.
All right, maybe I'll give it a shot. I've been waiting for the unbiased reviews to come in, but well, how
I
less
thought this
biased
game was
could
gonna
they
be
get
dog
than
shit.
these people?
I don't know. I just think games with a lot of dialogue are just kind of mid.
Here's what I do.
Ooh.
Ignore your party members and then just play. It's really
The
fun.
thing that makes sets this different from the old every other RPG is that everything's voice acted. So
That makes it
makes a
worse because then I
big
have to sit there and
difference.
listen to it, and I can't just
Nah.
like speed read.
The
through it.
less dialogue a game has, the better it is. It's a direct correlation, 1-to-1. You ever play
True.
Celeste? That game
I
has like
love that
no
game.
dialogue. Fuck yeah.
The only
the dialogue in Celeste is sick.
Yeah, it's
The only
good.
time
Right.
I like dialogue is when it's
But-
happening as I'm already playing the game, and I can ignore it.
When
Like
they're
in
talking to you
getting
in the
over
background while you're like doing
Yes.
stuff, and they're like blah 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 blah.
100%. If I can
Don't
stack
listen to that,
boxes
Neil.
while like exposition happens, I'm happy.
And yet here you are playing Dungeons and Dragons, the most dialogue heavy game of all.
Exactly.
Here's the
true.
difference. Here's the difference. I'm doing the dialogue. I'm not reading someone else's bullshit, right? Like it's the same.
Right.
Like I don't like watching football, but I'll play football.
Got it. All right. Well, speaking of hearing your voice as you dialogue through the game, what happened last week?
Well, last week you stole Nick's armor and turned him into a wet paper bag. He's down to 11 AC because Nick made some very impassioned arguments that he could keep his armor as we traveled through the desert. And Neil, just being this horrendous, dispassionate, overbearing DM, just ripped that away from him, like, and took the only thing that Nick really has,
left,
which is the
yeah.
fact that he's tanky.
Yeah, exactly.
You took that from him. But we traveled through the desert a little bit. Before we got to the desert, we actually found this cave, and there was like a trickle of water coming through, and we are like, oh, we need to refill our water. And we kind of made our way up to the cave, and I flew my little bird in, and it got magic missile down, which was kind of odd because like who can cast magic missile but magic users? And so we started talking to the cave, and I personally believe Razor that it was the Herald of the Maw, or perhaps the Maw itself residing in that cave, and it asked us to sacrifice Mont the healer to the cave. The party was obviously against that, much to Razor's dismay, so Razor cut off his finger and fed it to the Maw, and then we all ran away, scared. Eventually, we did make our way through the desert. We did make it to the city. What is the name of the city again? Sunstroke? Heatstroke. We made it to the Pyramid of Heatstroke. There was like a little bit of role play. Nick did some cool stuff with like, doing divine, godly stuff. We made it to the pyramid, and we were encountered with a rather large and scary sphinx who asked us some questions, and we answered those questions, and then we began the trials. And luck would have it, the very first trial that we found was actually the trial of Mott the healer, whose trial we had completed by taking her to the pyramid. Now, that is one of the 6 trials that we need to do. There are 8 trials in total, and we have to do 6 of them. We've skipped the trial that looked really scary. We did another trial where we found a ogre magi who instantaneously cone of cold and killed Nick to the ground.
Ironically, it has no impact on AC, just still killed me.
Yeah, true. He just rolled really good damage on Nick and insta-gibbed him. But we brought Nick over to Mata Healer, and Mata Healer graciously healed everyone except for Drolv Razor. Drolv Razor will get vengeance upon Mott and still maintains we should have fed her to the maw. And then we did the last task that we were doing, which was trying to arrange the party in order of the most important. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and say that we made the wrong choice. Drolv Razor should have been at the front of the party. I think we put Nick or
True.
Cassian to the
It was-
front of the
I think it
party,
was
and those
Steermere.
Steermere, yeah,
Yep.
those were the wrong choices. Okay, it should have been me, then Cypher, then maybe Cassian, and then
And which god was giving you this trial?
oh, that's a great Astaire. That's right. Yeah, it was Astaire. I think
Yes.
the god of
Law and
order.
Yeah.
And did Astaire approve your use of the scroll?
You did.
Excellent. And you
Oh,
you
yeah.
talked with Mott. Mott approved the use of the scroll because she'd seen what's up. You skipped one. Who was the one that you skipped? Does anyone have an
Fucking
idea?
Malchus.
Was
Yeah,
it
we think it was
Malchus?
Malchus, but we don't
Fuck
know.
him.
God of humans. Yeah. And Verossi would be the one who had the ogre magi, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
God of
And-
humans. Don't you mean God of chaos?
Same. He's got
So that
multiple
means
things.
the four main gods were in the first chamber.
Yes.
So we have-
Going into the second chamber,
Well,
we've got
How
Alumis?
did you get Verossi to agree with you to back you?
She had already agreed with us. She had already backed the mission when she sent her first paladin of vengeance, or not vengeance, of death.
Mm-hmm. Lady Lazarus, the Lazarus expedition, right? Cool.
but
the
also
ogre
by
magi
killing the
are
ogre
just,
magi.
Right. Well, because
Actually,
there's
speaking
the
of-
trial to get to the person, and then there's the actual convincing them, right? It's a 2-stage process for each cleric/god.
Interesting.
Okay.
So remaining, we have Illumis, the god of the sun and light, Falumbra, goddess of the afterlife and the moon,
the maw, god of hunger.
the Moor, god of hunger. No, Neil, help us out with the last two here. Tempos, god of
well,
time,
We don't really know. These are guesses. These are great guesses, but we haven't seen them yet.
and the
John the
Demas,
farm
goddess
god
of
is going to
nature.
be in here.
He did get his
It's
name
gonna be
changed.
Corn.
Well, originally he was John, god of corn. That was the
that
meme
was-
from a long time ago,
even-
and then he became John, god of agriculture. And after a few years, we had to change that because the memes were too funny.
John,
We
god
had
of
to bring up the
corn.
seriousness.
All right. Do we want to do Malchus or do we want to go into the next room? The point behind me.
What was in the Malchus chamber again? It was like a bunch of traps.
It looks like a fuckload of traps.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's fuck that off. Let's go into the next chamber.
We can always go back, I think.
We don't have a rogue, so I feel like that's not meant for us.
All right. Cassian will lead the way.
We can always
Neil,
come back
if
if
you
the others
want me
look
to
too.
not move my token, let me know.
No, go ahead. The
Boom.
party is going to head on over to the next area.
Yes. I go down the stairs.
Let me just
Or up the
double.
stairs, Neil?
Those are up staircases.
I go
Go
up
the stairs.
Drolv Razor is suspicious of spiral
is this one?
staircases. They're
Oh,
unnatural.
yeah. The Sphinx follows you.
Did they go up after us or
nice, man.
before us?
They went up before you. Something happened. The Sphinx is supposed to be on the opposite side.
That's fine.
No, I guess they came up after you. Never mind. No. Yeah, so you go up the stairs and the Sphinx follows behind you.
I start walking to the
put
door.
her- Yeah, we'll put her down here. And she'll come up, and which door do you walk towards?
I
There's-
walk
there's
towards
many.
this door.
Okay. As you get to here, the Sphinx will say to you, I have yet another question before you continue on your trials.
I'll stop.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yes.
In the last lore, we asked questions about why you are worthy and what you would do with this scroll. In this chamber, we shall ask the other set of questions, starting with, if the scroll leaves this temple, it may fall into hands other than yours. How will you protect this greatest of powers?
My life.
If all looked like loss and looked like I'd lost a battle, which I haven't, I would make sure to destroy the scroll.
With your last action, you wouldn't strive to save your life and turn the tides of battles. You would accept defeat and destroy the scroll rather than trying to pull out one last victory.
I can tell when an encounter's lost.
I would let the gods decide the fate of the scroll, as is their right.
I put my faith in Cassian to lead us to success here, but if things were to go awry, I'd be defending the scroll with my life.
These are very basic answers. Just defend with my life. There's no plan, no strategy. Just I'll carry it in my pocket and I just won't let it fall into someone's hands. That's it. That's the best you can do.
No,
Just, oh, don't worry about me. It'll be fine.
we obviously will keep secret our success here to minimize the amount of people that know of the existence of the scroll. That's number one. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves here. There's plenty of bad actors out there who don't quite have the divine backing that we do. So
The
that's
problem
number
with
one.
that is Drawlface will pipe up and say the problem with that, and he'll kind of like wave his hand at Cassian, is this one told every single person between here and Bellwind where we were going and what we were doing. So when we're on the way back, there are going to be a lot of interesting questions.
We can just claim we failed. Our egos don't matter here. We can claim we were forced back by the trials.
And
then we
people
return
will
in
still
shame.
have curiosity.
They may. We can say that there was a sphinx in the entrance and we fucked off.
I think the ones we need to be more scared of are not the people here, but the people back home. When we get back, there's going to be people probably vying to take the scroll to a more special place, to hide it away until we've prepared the body. Steermare, you and I are going to need to have the wits about us to keep what we have secret and get it to Good King Arnold before anyone can notice.
I agree. It's lucky that I'm a cleric. I can cast it myself. That way we can minimize the amount of people involved.
Give a nod to the Sphinx.
We've come
Is
this
that a better
far
answer for
fighting.
you?
I'm sure we can get all the way back fighting as well.
Proceed then.
Cassian will walk through the door first.
All right.
Drawlface will follow.
Now, as you get to about there, Cassian, stop
Mhm.
for a moment because around that corner, well, before we get any further than this, we're actually going to
Saw
take a
that
quick
potato.
break. We're going to go and see our friends who are dead. We're going to take a journey to visit. What were their names again? Those long dead former party members who...
Oh,
know
those
their
losers.
names?
Yeah, those
Roy.
people yeah, Roy and... What was the other
Vasher.
one?
That was it.
Yeah.
Soy Roy and
Koi
Vasher
Vasher.
Talat.
Mm-hmm.
Soy Roy.
Vasher the Fat.
Got him.
Wow. Well, Roy and Vasher, you are dead. You're still dead. You're in the afterlife. Or some stepping stone on the way to the afterlife, something like that. And you've been watching these trials. You've been watching the party get this far, and now here they are in the temple, in the pyramid, making their progress. And you've heard all of their answers. Do Roy and Vasher have any thoughts on the happenings in this last room?
Vasher will sit there and say, I would have come up with a better plan than just defend the scroll. I was the leader and heart and soul of this party, and they've just basically winged it ever since I've been dead. They've messed up so much, and somehow they're still alive. I really need them to succeed.
Roy, are you excited about the Sphinx and all these questions? Or are they
So
the questions
excited.
boring you?
He's so excited about what's coming up into the next room. The Sphinx is fascinating. This is what he lives for. This is the climax of a story. He's just sitting there, rocking back and forth, all excited about what's going to happen next.
Well, it's while you see these questions being asked and answered by the Sphinx that you feel this pulling sensation,
Oh,
like
no.
you're being tugged into the ground. And, a moment will pass and we will head back over here because arriving as the party comes around the corner,
Limbra.
who do they see but our dearly departed Vasher and Roy standing in the hallway?
No way.
Roy? Basher?
What?
Cassian cries out.
What?
Get out the way, draw phrases. I push past draw phrases.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
What
I go to like grasp whoever's in front,
It's
like a hug.
Roy. Yeah, your hands touch solid flesh.
Cassian,
How?
are we in the pyramid?
This can't be right.
Vasher is baffled. He's like looking at his own body and like checking himself. It's like, am I alive?
I think Cassian would probably just start like crying in like happiness. We made it, Roy.
Feels uncomfortable as Cassian cries.
Can Roy
Um,
try to summon Vika?
Yes,
This
you can
is
summon
right.
Vika. Vika is here.
It's really.
Here, come into the next room.
No, Cassian,
What?
can we have a word?
What are you doing with monsters in your party? Have
Is
you
the
lost your
hobgoblin
mind?
back there?
You told them about the scroll. You told them about the plan. They're going to turn on you the second that you turn your back. The unimaginable wealth that this scroll holds, the unimaginable wealth in this temple.
Vasher, I've been telling you.
You would risk our mission.
Vasher, it's they've fought for each other so much. Listen, there's
A monster is always a monster. Vasher will
Dimir,
draw
let's
his
get
sword.
out of this hallway. Let's at least have a conversation in a
Yes.
room.
We'll be back shortly, Roy.
don't
Okay.
wait. What if you leave? What if I don't want to go back? No, I
they
don't
able
want
to
to go
follow?
back.
Basha, Cassian, this has to be the trial of Flumbra.
How?
We have to agree to let their souls pass back to the other side, I'm sure of it. Maybe we could
We don't-
choose a different room. We only need 3 more successes. Maybe they can survive and we can succeed in the other 3 rooms, but it's
Cassian
not
will call
natural.
out. What do you?
Can
what
I
do you mean
follow
it's not
them?
natural?
It's not natural.
mean,
Look at what
if
we've
you-
had to go through to bring
Is-
one person back.
There's a hobgoblin in your way. What do you say to the hobgoblin who's blocking your path?
Beast, get out of my way.
What does the hobgoblin say?
Says, I've never eaten a paladin before.
Oh God, it's a hobgoblin. Vasher, no, we're with
Well,
them.
can
It's-
Cassian hear this or no?
Yeah, you can totally hear this conversation.
Drollraiser, Cypher, would you please come out here real quick?
I don't know about this. Let's take a step back.
Cypher's gonna step out.
Joel Fraser is giving Vasher like the biggest smile
I
ever, and like
draw my
leans into
sword.
him, and he whispers something that no one else
Nice.
can hear, and then he leaves.
Sumir,
I don't think we should
Let
let them
us-
out that.
let us go talk to the cleric then in the other room. I
Which
don't
cleric?
think that. I shrug. In this room, whatever room this is,
Oh, is
Maybe-
there something behind them?
there's a door. No.
Oh, I don't know. Is there?
Yes,
Neil?
there is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's
So-
push them into the next room then. Come on.
Yeah, we'll all go into the next room.
Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, we pushed
Roy,
Roy and
come on.
Vasher.
It's a real pyramid. Can I go see the Sphinx?
Did you use the scroll of resurrection on me, you fools?
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't dream
I-
of it, Masher.
I look
Yep.
at Roy and I
One
think
minute
that-
I was on a beach, next minute I'm here.
Neil, your cam's frozen, by the way.
Oh fuck.
Fuck.
Oh, he's
How
still
much-
here though.
I'm
Does
here.
Vasher remember everything of the purgatory life or whatever, or the what's it called, Haven?
Haven.
Haven, yeah.
Does he remember everything up there?
Yep.
Okay.
Cleric, how are our friends back?
I checked this
That-
cleric's holy symbol, Neil.
Cleric of Flumbra. Come on.
Fucking knew it.
I asked the cleric.
What is this? A sick joke?
Did the hobgoblin and the half orc show up as well?
So Cypher's gonna come and she's gonna lean next to this door and just observe.
I accidentally put my hobgoblin in the wall and can't
Okay,
move him. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Got you, buddy. The cleric will look at the assembled people and say, "You've let your companions down. They're dead. Don't you have something to say to them about their demise? Your failure to protect them? Dead people. You have anything to say to the living about how they have helped you or failed you? Do you have anything to
You
say on behalf of them or against them?"
You don't have to apologize to me. You tried your best in the fight. I just couldn't hold my own.
Cassian just starts crying. I'm sorry, Roy.
No, it was.
I was here
it
to
was-
protect you, and I couldn't.
No,
It wasn't
Cassian,
your
it wasn't your
fault.
fault.
It's okay.
If only I'd been quicker, Steermer, with the steel.
You should have spaced out more. I tried to give him an opportunity to run by distracting the dwarf, and he just stood there.
I just stood there and I didn't run. I didn't run away. I couldn't move. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
He was just a boy, Steermer.
And now he's a dead boy.
He's right here.
You did fail us.
I say against the cleric.
You
What is
carried
this?
on the quest.
Some kind of sick joke.
How we treat the people in life is important. How we let people die is important. You're going to be wielding this power. You will be seeing those you have let down in the past. You will be seeing the dead alive again. You should know
Only
what you're
one.
getting into.
And I never met the man personally. It's cruel to keep them here hanging on with a false hope when we all know that they must return to Falumbra eventually. They should have been gone already.
Are you gonna make me go back? Please don't make me go back. Don't make me go back on the beach, please.
You're
Roy's
not
like
what meant you're
kneeling
putting
on the
them through.
ground. Roy's kneeling on the ground and he's grasping Cassian's legs and just wrapping his arms around him.
God.
Cassian will have a moment of clarity and look at the cleric and get kind of steely-eyed and say, send them back. I already buried them. I made sure their bodies
Please
got
don't
back,
make
and I
me go
buried them.
back. No.
No.
There's no books. No, please, I want to go back home. I want to go back home.
Cassian, you should go in my stead.
Cassian will laugh at you.
This is my quest. You've done well to carry it on.
You failed your quest.
No. I was unlucky.
Before you go though, Vasha, could I borrow your armor? I don't really say that.
Well, as everyone looks around, Vasher and Vika and Roy will fade from existence and vanish again.
As Vasher fades, he says, "Remember the horse. Let's get the horse. go save Scamp.
Where is the horse?
He's a man."
What did he just say?
Don't
Is he
know.
saying the horse is a mare?
I'm
It's
pretty sure
actually
that
a girl horse.
Are you all the way over here?
Yeah, I'm facing off with the cleric.
You're like up in the cleric's grill.
I was.
Yeah, he was,
Because
yeah.
he's,
Okay.
yeah,
I
he's,
just want to be sure.
and now that they've disappeared, I'll step back though.
Steer me, I'm pretty sure that guy was a horse fucker.
Yeah, there's something weird going on.
Thank you, I say to the cleric. I had already buried them once, and it's too much.
This
we
was
done here?
cruel. They did not deserve that.
You didn't even eat your friends.
I didn't even know this was possible.
Well, it's quite easy. You just need a big enough fire.
No, to bring
Oh.
people back for a
Oh.
few minutes.
Well, yes, correct. I mean, there are spells to speak with the dead, but nothing like this. You could hear the pain in the poor boy. It's not right.
Are you sure this is what you still want? You've seen the pain that the dead have?
King Arnold will be returned for good.
Certainly, but what will it have done to them? You think Vasher would ever have asked you to lay down your life for him previously? Was Roy always such a whiny crybaby?
That's a good point.
Roy
King-
was always such a whiny crybaby,
Yeah, I mean,
but that wasn't Vasher.
Is the King Arnold that will come back the same King Arnold that you buried? Or will he be changed by this experience? Think on these things before you decide to take the scroll. Now, I will ask you my final question for each of you. When these trials are done, when the scroll is in your hands, when you have raised those that you think need raising, who will you be?
I'll be the person I was destined to be.
Who is that?
Only
will-
Julia knows.
The greatest hobgoblin wizard that has ever lived.
Hopefully, I'll be someone who can afford a suit of armor.
Cassian thinks about it for a bit. I'm not sure. Hadn't thought about it. Maybe a great general? Maybe I'll retire?
In truth, it depends on the reactions of those at court, I suppose, when we get back home.
My ambition would be to serve the good King Arnold and free this land of slavery. But not just that. I'd also like to maybe work with the other species, the other races. Seems, I point to the other two, that even back home, we still have some prejudice to get over.
I would take my gold, and what friends and family I have back home, and retire from the city to a life of luxury.
Playing Malachi?
Yeah. My life has been long and hard. And it's getting harder yet. Once this is all over, I'd like to relax, if I'm still alive.
Sounds like a very rosy outcome. Wielding the powers of life and death, and then casting it all aside to live a quiet, peaceful life?
Shrug. I'm just doing what fate has put before me. I'm only meant to be a ship's cleric.
Cleric
Not
looks
a-
to. Okay.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
The cleric looks to Drolv Razors. Like, expectantly.
He gives a big old smile.
Just,
Strawbrazor already gave his answer, right?
yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Are you expecting more from me?
Kind of glances over towards Cypher.
I have nothing to add.
Think on these things, for these events will not only change the life of those you raise, but your lives, lives of all you will touch.
And eat.
I point to the room behind me. I ask every cleric. You'll be no different. What is this room?
It heads to an old abandoned part of the temple. Well, abandoned for now. Would you like to go down there?
No, I have my mission. I'm sure some fine adventurers in the future would like to, though.
You all seem confident in your fates, in your futures, and you seem at ease with the resurrected. And while I hesitate, while I feel some
Apprehension.
He nods at your words. Apprehension. I believe what Cypher has said is true. These things are in the hands of the gods, and you seem well aware of your subservience and the importance of what we are doing here. Go in peace and do your best, and always keep an eye future.
I attempt to be the last one to leave the room.
So we have your blessing? I say as I walk out.
With some reservations, but yes.
As Cypher leaves, I turn to the cleric and I'll just say, "Sorry, I lost my temper there. I know you have good intentions," and I'll go to leave.
It's very polite of you. Okay. Back in the main chamber.
Yeah.
What's your name, Sphinx? Think if you're gonna keep asking us questions that we could get acquainted.
Fucking good question, dude. Of the countless hours that I've spent planning this section of the campaign, never once did "what is a Sphinx's name" come to mind.
Little Jimmy.
I've got a Sphinx name generator as if such a thing exists. Zumuntu, Admatros, Zesius, Mitbali, Labalua, Mashuhuna. Any of them
We
taking your
should name
fancy?
him after a cheese, like Gouda.
Gouda.
My name is Ramos.
Nice, that's a good one.
Nice. Hello, Ramos.
How did it go?
And it was unsettling,
We're 4 for 4, baby.
sort of. 4 for 5, maybe.
Eh.
Well, next question then. What enemies do you have that may want the power of this scroll?
I look at Cypher and say, only those powerful people back in Scalesvale, I'd imagine. No offense, guys, but Julia Farcia, perhaps. Not really an enemy, but someone who knows what we're doing and seems to want something from us. A man named Cassius would have been an enemy, but Cassian
Julia
it to
has
remove his
done
head.
everything in her power to help you.
Maybe.
We wouldn't even
Yeah.
be here without her assistance.
She
you
has
question her?
sent her best fighters
Well,
to
but if her
assist
goal
you
is
on
to,
this.
if her goal is to steal the scroll, then she'd want to make sure we were successful in obtaining it.
She would just send
Just a-
her own party. Why would she send? You make no sense.
Because we are ordained by the gods.
Strawberries
Cypher
will
laughs.
laugh.
Yeah.
Enough fighting with each other. The people
I'm
that we have to
answering the
watch
Sphinx's
out.
question.
I understand, Steamir. People we need to watch out for the most are the people back in our hometown. The one who ended up killing Good King Arnold. Those assassins.
This is perhaps a correct answer. The Bandit Queen back in Scalesvale is another enemy of ours.
I believe there's a lot of people along the way that know what we're doing, that we've met, and some that we've not met, who are maybe out for us.
That's
So what's
very
something
vague and not particularly useful for planning.
I've given you answers, Sphinx.
You
the
have.
Bandit Queen in Scalesvale, Julia Farcia, whoever assassinated King Arnold in the first place.
Sphinx will look to draw razors. What enemies do you have that may want this power?
Anyone who values their liver.
Razor will smirk at that. And he's going to give a very careful and calculated answer. And he will say, the scales of power often change when a great boon is obtained. Allies can become enemies, and greed can overcome the strongest bonds. While I don't question the faith of my friends, I don't know them well enough to be 100% certain that I will make it home. So, the most dangerous enemy is perhaps the person you trust.
Spoken like a hobgoblin. Please pick another room.
Pat Razors on the bat. Go ahead.
Razor will point to the room across from the one we were just in.
Okay, head over there.
Okay. You come to the door. Who is going to open it?
Razor will.
You see burning hot coals scattered all over the ground.
A Loomis?
You know if you step on these, it's going to hurt. You're going to take d6 fire damage per tile that you step on.
How wide is the corridor?
About 5 feet.
Can I shimmy along the walls with an acrobatics check?
Perhaps you might. You might take less damage. You're still like essentially in an oven at that point. But if you fail a check, you will end up falling like flat on your back instead of on your feet, and you will take 2d6 damage for the tile that you land on, and then 1d6 for each additional tile that you have to step on. And I think it would be if you would take less damage. How do I say this? If you're out of the hallway and you go to like position yourself, you have like, you know, solid non-burning ground to stand on. But if you fall on the ground and then you have to like get back up and reposition yourself, that might take some additional time. So if you fall, it could be more damaging than if you had just bolted through.
I have some solutions here that I think we should probably explore. So create water could potentially help here. Failing that, protection from
will
energy.
Ask someone for a healing potion.
Protection from energy would give resistance to fire for one person. It would have to not be me because I could lose concentration. But I would say it probably should be Cassian. He's got the most health. I would say with resistance to fire, Cassian could probably make it through that. If we
Does
all
anyone
have to
give,
get through.
Does anyone give
Cassian
Razor a
will-
healing potion?
Kind of
I
push
don't.
past. He'll hand Razor his healing potion. Do I still have one? Yeah. I'll hand Razor the healing potion. And Cassian is going to walk.
Do we all need to make it? I'll drink the healing potion.
Let
Was it
me
44?
say this very carefully.
44 plus 4. Cassian, make sure you take it off your sheet.
Yep. Cassian is going to walk across the coals swiftly, but not like running. But he's also not like walking super slow. He's doing like the actual how you're supposed to walk across a coal.
All right.
And he's just gonna. He would have taken off his shoes first while they were arguing. Sorry. And he's just gonna walk it.
Why on earth would you take your shoes off?
That's how you walk in hot coals, right?
Put your faith in the gods, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You sure you don't want me to cast Create Water?
Cassian's already gone. He's gonna let you guys
Let's do it. Cassian, you will move to here, and you will see, just like all the others, it's a bend and then a door at the end.
I'm gonna keep going.
And you will take damage here.
Yeah.
Yep. And you will come out the other side. And let's roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. You did take off your shoes, so well, let's just leave it as is. 13 points of fire damage as you roast your little feetsies across the coals. Everyone else standing back, you know, agape, staring in awe as Cassian just fries his feet to get to the objective.
Razor will step out onto the coals, and upon first taking damage, he'll use Absorb Elements to take half fire damage for the rest of his turn.
Nice.
So whatever you roll, he'll take half, and then he makes it to the room with Cassian.
All right. 66. You will take 7.
I give a nod to the cleric as I start
Nice.
putting my shoes back on.
Cypher, you want me to try and put out the coals? Or you want to walk across and be a hero too?
Let's try the water.
Okay. I cast Create Water Nail in this tile, hoping that it'll spread out.
Do you have spell slots?
Yep, my last level 1 spell slot.
Do you need that create water to get out of the desert?
I mean, I don't think 1 Create Water spell gets us out, so...
The
Okay.
thing is that it's gonna need to be like a divine thing because we're not getting out of this desert without water, and
All right,
there is
well-
no water.
Put it in chat. Let me see what the volume is again.
10 gallons.
10 gallons. Okay. 10 gallons will quench these 3 tiles.
Okay, I'm going to try and jump over this tile then.
Yep, with a running start, you can do it no problem. I think with a running start, you can jump your strength score in feet if you have 10 feet of running room. I think that's correct.
Okay, so I should be able to jump 14 feet, which should get me across these next 2 tiles as well.
I think so. I'm just double checking if it's 10 feet that you need. Movement. Yep, if you move at least 10 feet immediately beforehand, that's not a problem. Yeah, you can clear it.
I do the same.
What's the clerical symbol?
It is a cleric of Loomis, sun
Base.
god.
Ooh, nice, cleric.
I'm doing the same, yeah?
Yep, you're doing the same. You have at least
Okay,
10
cool.
strength, right? So not a problem.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, brave heroes. We have foreseen your arrival. My god has tapped me upon the shoulder. He has spoken to me of your mission, of your desire to access a scroll of resurrection. Such great power requires great devotion. Surely, each one of you would lay down your own life to achieve these ends. But would you lay down the lives of your friends? A good
Yes.
commander, a good ruler, must make life and death decisions for those around them. And if you're going to make the decision of life for someone, you ought to be able to make the decision of death for someone. If you wish my approval, throw one of
What
your
do you-
companions into that hallway and let them burn.
Maybe we should try another door, guys.
That's what I thought. You're weak. You fear the great power that you seek.
It would be stupid to lose a party member when there's alternative options still on the table. We still have 3 doors to choose from. Or 2 more doors, and we only need 2 more clerics.
These people are my friends, and I need them to get home. I'm not gonna give them up, throw their lives away.
You wouldn't
That's not
be
what
throwing them
I came here
away.
for.
You would be trading them power. And here you go, once again, avoiding responsibility of your actions.
Perhaps we should throw you on the coals.
Perhaps you should.
I was about to suggest the same thing.
Perhaps we should. I mean, that's 3 votes.
I walk up. What does he do when I walk
Wait.
up to here?
A good commander does not act rashly. Drawbrazy will speak very sternly and say, he's trying to taunt you. We don't need to do this. We do have other options.
Just asking, what happens when I walk up here? I'm looking at his face. I want to give an
He
insight
turns
check
to
at the bare
face you.
minimum.
He's wearing scale mail. He's got a big ass heavy shield. He's got a mace in one hand. He's looks like a badass warrior. He's got 18 AC.
Does his armor look like it would fit me?
Yeah.
I
Just
kind of
saying.
laugh when I get to here. Thanks
Good
for your
win-win.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll,
We-
I'll do the
We
jumping
may see
thing.
you shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon, he calls out as the party evacuates the room.
What was that guy's problem, huh?
I didn't have a Loomis down for a barbarian.
I didn't either.
Which way are we
Alright.
going, Cassian?
Back to the Sphinx, who has yet
Gotta wait on the
another
Sphinx.
question for you. And I assume you're just closing these doors behind you as you're exiting and entering, because like none of you were, well, maybe some of you were born in a barn. I don't know.
We'll
Um,
close all
Razor
the
was
doors.
12 Razor does not respect the rule of doors.
Of Razor's
Actively
wishes he was
burying
born in a
them
barn.
Yeah, Cypher also does not close doors behind her.
Let's
Savages,
provides-
mate. Savages.
provides
is what
Savages.
I'm saying.
Savages.
It provides way for enemies to sneak up. The only door you should close is the door to your fortress.
The only door that she knows is the one in the Colosseum, and that one always closed behind her.
Oh, that's actually means something. Last I asked you which enemies you have that may want this power. Now it is time to think upon what would happen should this scroll fall into the wrong hands. Are you certain it is safe to bring it away from here?
Nothing is ever
Think.
certain.
In 99.9% of cases, if we were to lose the scroll, it would be used to bring some mundane individual back from the dead. In the 0.1% of cases where somebody with enough wherewithal and power and access can use it to bring back somebody terrible, then I suppose the implications could be quite bad. But I would expect that you just end up with one more hobgoblin or one more bandit in the
Husband.
world.
Do you
I disagree.
think that the scroll would be taken from you by people with such low motivations?
It would not. The only people
No.
that could are people that have a lot of power.
12 Razor will nod and again indicate Cassian and saying this one told everyone where we were going and what we were doing. They have no idea what was following us.
When did he tell people where we were going?
In every town we've been in, you've told people where we were going.
Told a few trusted companions. The elf knew. I can't really think of many others. Ethan and Ostigan, they know, but I point to the outdoors. They're
What
out
about the-
there.
What about the slaves that we freed?
Slaves that went back to hang out with the elves? Yes, they know.
Am I misremembering? I feel like you told quite a few people in a few different towns what our goals were.
I think he told the elves.
I think I told the elves. I think I told the slaves.
We didn't speak to anyone in Blup.
Well,
Can't really remember many people.
Mott met you guys knowing that you were on this journey, so you weren't
Yeah,
there
that's because
for
Mott
when...
knew by the gods.
No, but that wasn't Cassian's fault. Roy, I think, was going around telling people what we were doing.
Fuck Roy.
Oh, I'm so scared. Sorry.
I am aware of what could happen if someone got this scroll that weren't meant to get it. I know that there's people out there that are unworthy of the riches of this land. And I'm here to make sure that only the people that deserve this scroll will get it. I will say this looking at Cassian and at Sturmir.
Even now, he plots for his mistress.
Cassian thinks that he's gonna have to kill these two.
It's getting there, isn't it?
So what is the consensus? What should happen would this scroll fall into the wrong hands?
It won't.
At that point, we would all be dead, so we would have no control over it. Unless this rift in the party continues, then only some of us will be dead when it falls into the wrong hands.
Someone could resurrect an evil great dragon, I suppose, or some foul creature, a lich, or something of the sort, I suppose, if they were so inclined. I suspect most would use it for selfish reasons.
As long as your thoughts are on these questions, you may pick another room. But there are Only 2 left.
Can you fly, Sphinx?
I have wings.
Well, we're gonna have some problems getting out of here with the scroll. My cleric here does not have any water. Would you mind flying us
Yes.
back?
I do mind. I shall not take you back. Your
There must be a river
responsibility.
Or well.
It will be your responsibility to safeguard this treasure should you survive to receive it. And if you
Yeah.
die in the desert, well, that's on you.
We're going to the next door now, Sphinx.
Yeah.
What will the clerics do after we complete the trials? Will they just stay here to die in the hands of the gods?
Why don't you ask them?
I go to the
Yeah,
next
Razor
room.
nods
Yeah.
and goes to the next room.
Yeah, you go over to the next room, and you'll see, now that you're close enough to the door, that there is something carved, like a there's like a little note in the door.
Gone for lunch, be back later.
Oh. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Well, you know what? Actually, we're at our breaking point. Why don't we take a break here? We've done 2 rooms. We'll come back on the other side with a little bit more the Lazarus expedition. See you then.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lazarus expedition. Upon the door, you see a sign. The sign says, music kicks in. The right music kicks in. You see a sign on the door. The door says, "Each hex shall stab your soul like a knife. Each hex shall drain a year of your life." Opening the door, you can see some magic runes inscribed on the floor. Steermere, how old are you?
I don't think I've written an age down, like 50 maybe.
Yeah. You know, when you hit a certain age, your body begins to break down, and there are physical stat penalties for aging.
Not in fifth edition.
Oh, in 5th edition Koibu, there certainly are.
Of course.
Yeah, you're looking at these, and you feel it in your knees. Oh, man. How many more years do you have to give?
True.
Can you even walk down this hallway?
I wonder if I could dispel this. That only works on 1.
That's a year, Steermere. What do you mean it only works on 1?
I suppose, yeah. I'm not sure I got 4 years to give.
Do we all have to go through?
I don't know.
Spell 1, let me go first. And it's not just 4 years, Steermere. It's a there and back.
Oh, that's true.
Razor really does not like this. I was like looking, and I was like, my years are all that I have.
What did the sign say exactly?
Each hex will take a year of your life.
Each hex shall stab your soul like a knife. Each hex shall drain a year of your life.
There was how many again?
Oh.
6?
This can be undone, though. It's probably just aging us, yeah? It's unnatural magic. I don't
Can
know
that
anything
be
about it.
undone?
This is just out of game. I think it can, yeah.
Let's have a look at lesser restoration here. End 1 disease or 1 condition. I don't know, maybe it can, but by high level magic.
It'd be high level. There are things that we have to give in order to get this great power. I will go through. Steermere, do you want to do
wait.
1?
Wait. I'm just spitballing here. If we could fill that corridor with water, I could cast water walking and we could walk across it without stepping on the hex.
How are we gonna fill it with water?
The other option, Twelve Razor will say, is there's still 2 rooms that we have not fully explored.
That's true.
We
There
should
is
not
also
make-
a third option here. The sign says that they will stab your feet. What if we crawl?
Go
It
ahead.
says it'll stab your soul with a knife.
Wait, what? Oh,
Like the
did it?
soles of your feet.
Sturmir, I think the age is catching up to you.
Perhaps all the more reason why I can't afford to go through that.
Twelve Razor will like playfully push Sturmir towards one of the glyphs.
All right,
So old,
Sphinx,
man.
ask us another question.
Wait, yeah, perhaps we should come back to this.
Okay. You're certain? Is there not a more noble cause for which this scroll could be used? Surely, in the whole of the world, in all time that has passed, there is someone more worthy? Why not seek out a more worthy person to use this scroll upon?
I don't think that there is a more worthy person, for if Julia has decided that this is the scroll's fate,
Twelve Razor will nod and say, based on what we know, this is the correct path. That this person that we are to resurrect, the king, he seems like the best candidate.
The most noble
Julia-
person to have ever died?
Julia
Well, whose
is
soul is still tied to the world.
Julia is fate's mechanism at deciding the most worthy person.
His soul was stayed by Verasi herself. I can't think of someone more noble than good King Arnold, nor will I sit there for 100 years and peer through books trying to find someone.
The half-orc, I'm sure not on purpose, but is somewhat right. It's fate that has brought us here today. I know that good King Arnold is the right man for the scroll, else we wouldn't be standing before you right now. If this was a undignified use of its powers, why would all of this be here for us? You know our intentions, Sphinx, and that's why you are here.
I'm
I
here
don't
to
think-
guide you carefully, to consider all your options, to reflect on your use of this power, to reflect on your worthiness of it, to reflect on the dangers of it.
I
Thank you for your
think
guidance.
the Sphinx is here more to make us think than to really. It doesn't care what our answers are. It
I
cares
understand that, but
what
we
we
wouldn't
think.
we wouldn't have been here in the first place if this wasn't ordained.
Would we?
We would not.
How do you know?
Matt was
Just-
sent to us by Martha. Verasi herself launched this expedition.
Have
All
you
of these
spoken
other
to
clerics.
Martha? I mean, it was launched by a paladin of Verasi. We should be careful not to make assumptions based on what the gods want.
You have your faith, troll phrases, and I have mine. We would
I'll
not
walk
have got
over to
this
this
far
door.
without the will of the gods.
I'll open the door.
This is going to be
Yeah.
the worst of all the rooms on
Yeah.
this floor. I just
We've-
know it. Because
we've
it's
gotta
the
do
least
this one.
dangerous looking.
I'll enter the door.
Yep.
And I'll start walking down the door.
It's an empty hallway.
Makes a nice change.
I'll enter the next room.
Waiting for everyone to come on in. All right. You enter the next room, and there's a cleric standing before you. She has a breastplate on and a spear in one hand, but she's
You
not
gonna throw an
behind
ogre magi at us?
the counter like all the others.
What cleric? Tempos.
No, this is Adinus.
This is Nadinus.
Yeah.
She stands in her position and looks at the party. I know for why you are here, and I must say, the dead should stay dead. It is unnatural for them to be anything else. You should give up immediately and turn back. What you wish should never be done. Let me show you why. And she will take an action, and she will
This was
cast
second I'd interrupt that spell.
a quest spell,
Oh,
and
fuck.
she will rise from the dead.
Shit.
4 mummies and 5 zombies.
Holy fuck.
And I think you know that I don't like to use monsters exactly as they are from the Monstrous Manual. So enjoy this combat, and good game.
Oh god.
Everyone roll for initiative.
Fireball would be great right about now.
Oh,
Just
yeah, it really would.
Would be good.
You are a level 5 wizard, so hopefully that'll be happening anytime soon.
One second, I didn't click my token when I did initiative.
Mm-hmm.
15, 1, 3.
Now,
Nice.
before anyone really even gets a chance to act, there are 4 mummies here, and they have this ability called Horrifying Visage. Any living soul who gazes upon a mummy is stricken with terror. It must succeed on DC 13 Wisdom saving throw, or stand transfixed in horror and paralyzed until the end of the mummy's next turn. A target that succeeds on a saving throw is immune to the horrifying visage of similar mummies for the next 24 hours. So everybody, give me a DC 13 Wisdom check. You're going to either see this one or this one. If you fail, we'll roll a D2 and decide which one it is that you see.
Fuck. Fuck.
what do you want, a wisdom save?
Wisdom save, baby.
Oh my god, everyone's failed. Yes.
Oh, Sturmer, you're the only one. Cassian, give me a D2. A 1 is the mummy on the left, a 2 is the mummy on the right.
Does it matter?
It does, because they're Oh, actually, they all go in a row. Oh, wait, hold on. No, the initiative in order is not cleared. No, actually, it should matter, but the initiative has worked out in such a way that it doesn't somehow. Okay, cool. Very cool. Iron Grip the Jailer. You stand transfixed in horror at these mummies.
I attempt to close my eyes.
The first mummy will go, and it will shuffle to here as it approaches you, who are paralyzed this round, which means the mummy has advantage on its attacks. And it will start with a... Oh, boy. It is going to start with a grab, tackle, or drag. It is going to attempt to get a hold of you. Give me a
Strength check?
athletics check.
22.
Fuck, I think you get a -5 because you are... Hold on, if you are paralyzed... Creature fails dex saves. Wait a minute. Hold on. What? Stand transfixed in horror and paralyzed until the end of the turn. Is incapacitated. Can't move. Fails strength and dex saves. Incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions. Oh my god, you don't have disadvantage on grapple checks?
No, 'cause
Attack
he's,
rolls
like, so
against you.
stiff.
Yeah, attack rolls against you have advantage, but apparently strength checks and athletic checks don't change. So you pass. But that's okay because the mummy actually has multi-attacks, obviously. And perhaps the worst part of the mummy is its toxic breath. Those who are close enough to smell the breath of a mummy must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or lose 1d3 points of Constitution for 1 hour. Roll me a d3. How much con do you lose? 1. What does that bring you to?
14.
That actually doesn't change your current hit points. All right.
Shit.
Excellent. The mummy's second attack will come, and it's just going to make a regular attack this time. It has advantage on the attack roll. So here we go. A 25 will hit you for 10 bludgeoning damage.
That's an auto crit if he's paralyzed.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, it is. Thank you. So we'll roll another 2d6 damage. Oh my god, 15 damage to you, Cassian. And now you are affected by the third horrifying part of the mummy. Its cursed touch. Any creature that is touched by a mummy is cursed with mummy rot. They can no longer regain HP, naturally or magically. Their maximum HP decreases by 1 hit die every full moon, and their skin begins to cover over in painful sores and scabs, reducing charisma by 2 and dexterity by 1. This disease will stay with you until you die or you have your curse removed. But that is the end of the mummy's turn. And Cassian, it's your turn, which you skip because you stand horrified and transfixed. And our next mummy will do 20 feet, and they only have a movement of 20, so it can get to here and not do anything else. And we missed one. This guy, who will take 10 feet to climb up here. This is difficult terrain, and then 5 feet to go. Actually, we're just gonna crawl. So that's 10, 15. Probably 25 to get off
Wait,
of this.
I'm no longer paralyzed, right? Till the end of the mummy's next turn? Wasn't that its turn?
You were paralyzed by this one, but like you're still out of.
No, I know. I'm just making sure, like, because then later on, whenever he goes, crits aren't gonna just happen. If that makes sense.
Right.
Okay.
But it's this one that you were paralyzed by.
Yep.
So that's 1, 2, 3 mummies, and the fourth mummy here will go 5, 10, right up to you, Cassian. Ugh, you're so far forward. And it will smash, bite, claw you.
Crit.
It will crit for 11. And 2d6, 16. And it will also grab you because we love those advantages and those auto crits, and we want to keep them forever. So give me an opposed athletics check. You are grappled. Cassian, you are near death. The zombie will actually not do anything. It'll just stand there. Steermere. It's a bad situation. Cassian is grappled. He's affected by mummy rot. He's affected by the toxic breath. You are affected by horrifying visage, but the mummy's turn has ended. Unfortunately, the initiative worked out really well for you. So it's your turn. You may act.
I was never. I passed my save.
Yeah. Oh, right. Perfect.
I raise my holy symbol up and I say, by all that is holy, get back, beasts! And I'll cast 10 on this. They have to make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Is that all creatures? All undead?
All each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet. Oh, wait, hang on. If it's 30 feet, I might move forward. Nope. And that gets everyone. Yeah, good.
All right, what save do they need to pass?
My wisdom DC.
Yeah, but what's the number, please?
How do you work it out? It's wisdom modifier plus proficiency bonus, right?
8 plus proficiency bonus plus wisdom mod.
15.
Fuck. That's really
That's
high.
a great. what we like to see, Nick. Well done.
Make sure you roll these properly so we know which ones are failing now.
All right, top left. Saving throw, wisdom. Pass.
Uh-huh.
Next one. Oops, not.
It's 50-50 this.
9. So this one is turned. I'm gonna mark him with this one for now.
Mm-hmm.
Saving throw, wisdom. 5. That is the one that is grappling Cassian.
Nice. That's what I was hoping for.
And this one, wisdom.
Yes.
Ah,
Come on.
Amazing. Godlike
really
cleric. You know what? I'm glad we put you at the front of the party in that room.
There you go. That's why I was at the front.
Justified.
Zombies in the top row, left to right. 1.
Oh,
Two.
-2 for these guys. Oh, okay.
3, and then on the second row, left to right. 1 and 2.
Okay.
Wow,
2
zombies
one
did really
movie.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, this one and this one, and the others are fine. Right, you said, is it 14 or 15 was your save?
15.
Okay, so this one is also...
So just so you know, a 10 creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. Also can't take any reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash to try and escape, or if it can't go anywhere, it has to dodge. And if its challenge rating is 1/2 or below, it's instantly destroyed. So I don't know if those zombies are destroyed.
Oh, the zombies are less than 1/2.
Nice.
So you actually just outright kill 3 zombies.
That's right.
They just like burst into
Look at him
flames
being useful. Holy
and
shit.
are gone.
There you go. It's worth dragging me along this whole way.
Cypher, Quick Claw. You can act.
Okay. I say, if you hit them, they'll be unturned. So focus on the mummy like next to me.
Okay. Nice going, old man.
Mhm.
I'll go here.
Mhm.
I'll.
God damn.
What effect does this one have on it?
That one's turned. It is repulsed by the majesty of the gods and
Yeah,
is
got
about
it,
to
got it.
flee.
Yeah. Can I attack this one?
Yeah, totes.
Cool. You put my candy things there, and now they're gone. Sorry. 1 second. Oh, I got it. Boom. Katana. 21
Hits.
for 8.
Hold on. Now we get to read the mummies have resistance to non-magical attacks. So that 8 becomes a 4. They
Cool.
are... Oops, that is not it. Was this... There we go. -4. There we go.
24 is a hit.
24 is a hit
For
for 6.
3.
3. Excellent.
And offhand. 21.
For 3. 4. I'm sorry, we always round up.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Next up is a zombie who stays there. And next up is a zombie who will move here. And next up is the Nadinus cleric.
How much fucking HP do these guys have?
A lot.
Yeah, fair bit, and they take half damage, so. Well, you think, Neil, can I inquire as to the door into this room? What kind of door is it?
Just like all the others. That's a stone door.
How does it open though? Is it like on a hinge?
Yeah. Yep. Which
Could
door are you
I-
talking about? Because there's 2 doors here.
Yeah, the door we came in. Like, could I reasonably stand like here in the corridor with the door open?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the door swings inward, and so I think right now, based on your positioning, it's probably like slammed all the way against the wall behind you.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Our Nadinus cleric will go. and she will turn to Steermere with, fire and ice in her eyes. You should know better than to mess with the forces of life and death. And she will throw a guiding bolt in your direction.
Say the same thing to her. Do you want to save?
It's an attack roll, AC
Attack roll.
18. And you will take 17 radiant damage.
Am I resistant to that for being so holy?
Absolutely not. Iron Grip the Jailer. The horror has passed you. Your eyes can open. You can see Cassian is gripped by a zombie, or by a mummy, for now. Yeah.
I'm gonna step a couple tiles to the right as I say, should we try to escape?
No, we should fight. Kill
Alright.
the cleric.
I cast Hold Person on the cleric.
Okay. She'll have to make a wisdom saving throw.
She's gonna save that one.
That's right. Yeah, but it's still. But if it lands, it's really good.
Ooh, a 9.
Oh, nice. She rolls a 9. Fuck yeah.
She is held.
Oh,
And then I'm
she
gonna
got a-
use
she
the
got a
rest.
2.
Rest of my movement to get to.
Well, wait a minute. Just 1 second here. Because do you see that symbol next to the 16, that like magical armory shield? It's because she has had a spell cast before this battle started. That's why that little thing is there. She has cast freedom of movement on herself.
Oh my god, come on.
For the duration-
Joking.
For 1 hour, no concentration, she cannot be affected by difficult terrain, and spells or other magical effects can neither reduce her speed nor cause her to be paralyzed or restrained.
Wow.
So she
Damn.
fails the save, but she is immune to paralyzation for the battle.
Wacky Neil strikes
Little-
again.
Little
That's
kooky,
wacky, all right.
little fucking, little,
Wacky.
cuckoo. Bananas, one might say.
Yeah, you could say that.
Iron Grip has made a decision, and he exits the room.
Oh, where are you going? How far back?
That's
there?
as far back as I can go. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right, the next mummy. This one will flee. He will go this way, which does provoke an attack of opportunity if you want it, Cassian.
No.
Okay. Cassian, it is your turn. You are currently grappled. It hasn't had a turn to
no
ungrapple
way
you.
that I'm still fucking grappled. It is immediately cowering from him.
Yeah, I
and
think
getting
so.
ready
I
to
think
run.
it's fair.
Okay.
I think it's fair. It's coward. It will let go of you.
Yes, it does, and I go right here. I'm going in.
Yep, they can't take reactions, so there's no opportunity attack.
All right,
It's a
but
good one
the
anyways, it's still in this
zombie
area.
can take an opportunity. Oh,
Yeah,
so you
but
never
it
leave his
doesn't
threatening
leave
square.
I never left his
Yeah.
range.
All right, you come right on up to the cleric, who faces you as you come approaching her. She's got 16 AC. She's got this
Trying to think.
gleaming bronze breastplate on, and in her hand, she's carrying this like dazzling, sparkling, like clearly magical spear.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's actually a javelin, but
A great weapon attacker.
Kill her! Kill her!
Okay, it's just gonna be a normal attack.
Was that a great
oh
weapon
my
attack?
god, you hit her!
17 damage.
Holy shit!
Oh shit. How is
And
she
I'm gonna
got so
say
much
something
health?
as I take my next attack, okay? And I'm doing 2 things here. He's trying to hit her, but he knows if he does miss, he's playing it off as he was trying to miss. And he says, as he's attacking, "Call your beast off. I understand your message." And I throw a wide miss on purpose.
This mummy will back away.
Can I give you a performance check?
You can give me a performance check.
18.
That's a great performance.
Before we do this mummy's attacks, Neil, let's
But
just think about who attacked the mummy last.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The mummy that you tried to turn might
Yes.
not come after you. It might go after the person who inflicted minimal damage on it.
Yeah, the person who's inflicted 100%
It is
of
a
its
stupid
damage.
mummy.
Is it?
Is it?
Are mummies smart?
Actually, it's
Is
got
it the other
6
one
int.
that's super smart?
It's got 6 int. It's not super bright.
That's smarter than a horse.
It will grab, tackle, and drag you. Give me an opposed athletics or acrobatics check as the mummy tries to
on, Nick.
hold
We need a
you
20.
Who,
close.
is it me?
Yes, it's you.
Doesn't even need to be said, it's just assumed. Okay. What do you want? Athletics or
Acrobatics, your favorite one. It will grab you. You are affected by toxic breath. Please roll me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
He loves these.
Oh, you pass.
Good job.
You are also affected by cursed touch. You have mummy rot.
Welcome to the club.
it's alright, I can cure it, I think.
I think you can too.
Now that it has grappled you, it will, yeah, it'll smash, bite, claw you, and it has advantage because you're grappled. You have any
good.
any final words to say?
Well, I do have 11 AC, so I'll probably be fine.
Imagine you had your ring mail.
Wow.
I mean, it's a hit. It's a hit.
I'm
But
glad you
it's-
find it funny.
It's double 11, so it's really funny. And you
Yeah.
will take 14 damage as you are bludgeoned into the ground and rendered
right.
unconscious.
Does this turn undead go away?
No, it doesn't.
Checking. No,
Nice.
I don't think it does.
The next mummy will flee. And
We need to put a counter on the screen for how many times Nick goes down in a session.
Steermere, it is your turn. Save death saving throws. You've already failed
Come on,
one.
Natural 20. No, you're so fucking dead.
Cypher quick claw. Steermere is dying. This room is hell.
Cypher wants to grab Steermere's body and leave the room.
Okay, do it.
Can I do that? Do you want, like, can I drag him out of here?
Yeah, you can. You will take an opportunity attack by the mummy as you walk away from it, but
Yep.
you can grab him and drag him into the hallway without any problems.
Couldn't he take a disengage action technically?
He could, but I think to drag Steermere, that would be an
Yeah.
action. Yeah.
Oh, it's a free item interaction. Steermer's a corpse.
I think he's a little bit too big to be a
Bro.
free item interaction. You got to pay for something that big.
Okay.
All right, you're taking the attack.
That's what I said to
Yeah,
you.
sure. Give me.
You will be hit
That's-
for 8 damage, which is crap.
Laugh.
And you will also be affected by mummy rot. Enjoy. And then I think you can back up to here with Steermere, right? You were here. You can do this. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Into the hallway. Leaving us with a zombie who will just turn and mindlessly smash, bite, claw at Cassian. 16
Yes.
is a miss, and that is its only a. Actually, it can't even smash, bite, claw. The zombie has to tackle, grab you, but I'll just re-roll it because it can't even do that. It can only.
There's no presents.
It can only attack a creature that is grappled, restrained, incapacitated, or had its speed reduced to 0. So it will try to grapple with you with a 20
Nick,
athletics or acrobatics check.
this?
To
I can't believe it,
misses,
mate.
he misses my AC, and then he's like, "Ha, well, you know I can't do that." Oh, and then there we fucking go.
All
but
right.
it's
Oh, I
still
didn't
misses,
notice
yeah?
that. Neil, you should keep the same roll, yeah.
No,
the
no.
same roll.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
cool with
that's
that.
fine. We'll keep the d20. We'll keep the d20.
That's
It was
fair. Thank you.
a 10 plus 4, so
Yes.
it still affects. Yeah, same as same.
That's fair.
The next zombie will. Yep, the zombies are here to guard the cleric. It will walk around its other companion, and now that you are grabbed, it can just make a regular attack. It does not have advantage because you were only grappled, but it can just It can't attack you.
He's gonna bonk me. Yes,
But
Oh
it
my
will
God,
bonk
he's
you.
bonked you.
For 7 points of damage, bringing you to 2. The Nadinus cleric. Well, she's gonna go with her characteristic plan. She's gonna throw down a.
What about my performance check?
She has a quest spell to summon these undead to tell you that bringing people back from the dead is wrong and you shouldn't do it. She's immune to your performance.
I said that I was in agreement with her. I said, I get your message.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you then also went up and, and she's pretty certain that this is chill, and she's just gonna kill you monsters. She will cast, I think Sacred Flame is the only thing that she can do on Cypher Quick Claw. Give me a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw or take 10 points of damage.
Oof.
You will take 10 points of damage, and as a bonus action, she will cast Sanctuary on herself. Any attack roll against her needs to pass a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or it must choose a new target. And it's also not concentration. Coolio. Iron Grip the Jailer. It's looking real bad. Cassian's at 2 HP. Sierramir's unconscious.
I say
what is-
to Cypher and Hobgoblin, is this our moment?
I think so.
I magic missile Cassian.
Can you see Cassian?
What the
Yeah.
fuck? You fuckers.
You magic missile Cassian?
Yep.
Do you have a spell slot?
You absolute
I do.
fucking traitors.
Do it.
I fucking knew it.
You can add some more damage, but Cassian falls to the ground unconscious.
We drag Stermir to the fire room and sacrifice him.
Fuck you. Oh my god. What the fuck? You fucking bellend.
I think-
Unbeliever.
Hold on. Well, we got to take this in moment by moment. You magic missile Cassian, and then you move 25 feet out.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
I'm
Next-
if I can, I'm pulling thing with me. Oh no, I'll just step through and close this door. Boom.
Oh, you go
That's
past and
fucking
shut
right.
the door. Okay.
I just shut the door.
Okay.
The Sphinx knew as well.
Yeah, I
Tried
need to,
give you
but
so many hints.
All
what do
right.
you want? You want us to be like, oh, well, we kill you without knowing.
Cassian, give me a death saving throw.
I fucking hope I roll a 20 here.
Well, you can't regain HP, but you can stabilize.
Oh, that's true. There it is. 10.
That is a pass.
I hope I fail my saving throw so you can't sacrifice me.
Base.
Mummy,
Yeah.
Mummy will
Fucking
come
base.
to the door. Mummy will open the door.
Oh, I guess I would be here then.
Yeah, I guess if you're at the door, then you can see the door opening, and give me an opposed strength check against the mummy. Just a regular
Alright.
strength check.
There's a
Base.
a nat one.
Yeah, so I think you you shut the door, and you maybe look back and let go of it for a moment, and then you turn as you hear the door beginning to creak, miss the handle, the door flings open, and the mummy stares you in the face, and will attempt to grab you with a 17 athletics or acrobatics.
You missed.
No, it's
Is that an attack roll?
No, it's
Still
a,
I will
Opposed.
acrobatics. Yeah, I dodge.
yes, you dodge. The mummy will grab you again. Natural 20.
Hold on, he can double grab. That's
Yeah.
wacky.
Each one replaces
Koibu.
an attack, and it gets 2 melee attacks, so it's fine.
Oh,
Oh, so
Ugh.
close. The mummy has grabbed you. You were affected by toxic breath. Give me a con save. And you were also affected by cursed touch.
what a con
Peaceful.
save. Okay.
Oh, roll me 1d3 for the number of con you lose for an hour. 1.
Alright,
You're
okay.
down to 15, which will drop your HP, your max HP by 5.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's fine. You're already at
Do you
31
take
out of
tough
38.
too, or probably not, yeah?
It doesn't affect tough.
Okay.
Okay, the next mummy is chillin'. Steermere, death saving throw time.
Die. Fucking die.
You need to
Yes.
Steermere is
Nice.
dead.
live. Wait, he
Fucking
had
nice.
he only failed once.
No, 'cause
Nope.
it carries over
They
from last
carry
time.
over.
Right, he went down to the other room. Cypher Quickclaw, you're dragging Steermere when you hear the last slow breath rattle out of his old shaken lungs.
I whisper something in his ear as he dies.
Do we finally get to know what it is?
Steermere, do you speak Orcish?
No.
Okay.
Unlucky.
Zombie tries to
Not
eat your
talking
brains,
to you.
Cassian. Has advantage, 19. It'll, fail
He
you 2
does.
death saving throws. The next zombie will attack you with advantage, and it'll eat your brains, and Cassian will die as well. The Nadinus cleric will look satisfied. Resurrection should never be allowed. Iron Grip the jailer. What are you gonna do? The
I
whole
say-
plan is maybe coming together or maybe falling apart, and I don't know which.
I say I agree. Can I have his corpse? And I point to Cassian's body.
Come and get it.
Razor leaves, dragging Steermere.
We'll drag Steermere.
Are you grappled?
I will attempt to break free.
Yes.
I
It'll
guess?
take a. It'll take a. Breaking
Acrobatics
grapple.
check.
Escaping a grapple, you must succeed on an athletics or acrobatics contested by your. Yeah. So it's just an opposed check again.
Ugh.
Athletics. Huzzah. So it will win. You don't have 2 actions, right?
Can I drag him? I'm just gonna move. If he's holding on to me, can he stop me from moving?
Doesn't being grappled set your speed to 0, maybe?
I don't know. That's the question.
That is a great question. Grappled. A creature can't benefit. Creature speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Yeah. So maybe I think maybe you could have tried an opposed check to drag them, but that would be the same check that you'd use to break free. So you could either break free or drag them, and it's always better to break free. So no, you cannot pull them. The mummy's grabbing
okay.
you.
Trying to think, do I have any bonus action things I can do? Nope. I just try to escape next turn.
Alrighty, the mummy is right here in front of you, and it will smash, bite, claw you.
I cast
20. It'll miss.
I have 23 AC.
It'll smash, bite, claw you again. This one will go through for 9
It is us.
damage.
I will take that 9 damage.
Also, toxic breath again. Give me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is grim. Okay, I pass.
All right, you pass. We're just gonna remove these deadies from the game. Cypher Quickclaw, it's your turn.
I have no way of reaching through here. This corridor is too narrow, huh?
Way too narrow.
Just
Yeah.
go drag Steermere and see if we can get away with sacrificing.
Yep, I'm dragging Steermere out of here.
Okay.
Listen to the elves, man.
So you can drag him to here. So it
Alright.
essentially takes twice your movement to drag him. So you drag and dash, you get to there. Zombies are eating brains. Nadina's cleric is watching. Iron grip, you're still grappled by the mummy.
I will. I'm gonna attempt to get out or drag, whichever I can pull off. So I'll acrobatics again.
Yep.
Fucking low roll, man.
Ooh, not good. Your 9 versus its 15. It holds you fast.
I'm yelling at these clerics, I'm leaving. Let me go.
You are leaving. You're going to the other side. And the mummy will attack you. 15, actually 21. You have another first level shield in you?
I do not, so that hits.
Ah, lovely. 10 points of damage and toxic breath. It can only affect you once per round, but if, as long as you're grappling and wrestling with the mummy, you can smell its breath. That is a failure. Roll me a d3 for how much con you lose. 2. You've lost 3 point costs total. Your max HP is reduced by 10. It'll get its second smash bite claw in, which will go through your shield.
You're gonna die in here, bro.
You'll take 12. You're at 2.
This is
Cypher.
actual.
I am.
You can help action me to give me advantage on the roll. Please give me help.
Yeah. How far can I rush back in? Can I get all the way next to him?
No. You cannot do it unless you use your action. Because you were already, there was a body between the two of you and you did your full move back out.
Hold on. Can you move 30 feet
Dashed.
dragging a body? Come on now.
No. He dashed. And so I'm assuming he dashed. She dashed.
Sure.
Wait, can you
Yeah.
upcast shield with a second level spell slot?
Yes.
Uh,
You can use
That
any
would've-
level spell slot for it. Yeah.
No, but he's saying
I-
get more AC, right?
no, it doesn't get more
No.
AC, but I can still do that, right? That would have
Yeah.
saved me how much damage?
10.
Uh,
But I think we're a little late for that. You'll do it next round, right? It'll be fine.
I would have done that if I had known that was an option. So, but I'll let you rule it.
I
that
mean,
way.
it's
That's okay.
been 15 sessions of playing a spellcaster.
No, I've already. I came in halfway through.
Wasn't
this character.
Basher a spellcaster?
He was a smiter. I don't think he really casted spells.
I see.
I'll
Well,
I'll let you. You know what, Koibu? You're wacky. I'll let you be wacky.
oh, thank you, buddy. So, Cypher, are you going back in, or you can't get to him and help him this round, even though you hear the cries and the pleas and the needs? What are you gonna do? If you have to choose
Well,
between your objective and your best friend, what do you do?
Oh. I'm
Sphinx
saving.
tried to
I'm
prepare you for this moment. Are you ready?
gonna try to save him. I mean, I can't get next to him anyway, but like, I can get in position at least. Maybe he can hold out another round.
Okay. Iron grip the jailer.
I will attempt to break free again.
You can do
Okay.
it this time. It's gonna happen to you.
Acrobatics 21.
You roll a 21, the mummy rolls a 19. You break free of the mummy's grip. You can use your movement to escape.
I fucking backflip away from this mummy and scream.
Excellent.
And run.
Leaving Cypher to suffer the fate of the mummy next.
What about attack of opportunity?
That's true. If you walk away, you will be provoking an attack of opportunity.
Does it take my action to break away, and then
It
I have to
does. It's
stand there
your-
like a fool?
It's your action to break the grapple.
I cast shield and then run.
Okay. Well, you can cast shield when it hits you. You don't have to recast it. 19, you can cast shield, and you are
cast
safe.
shield.
All right. Next up is the mummy, who will come for you, Cypher. You've just put yourself in its path. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check as it tries to grab you. It makes a 19 on its attempt to hold you.
Fuck
You
off.
succeed. And it will attempt to grab you again with its second one. It gets a 13. You need a 13 or higher athletics or acrobatics. 25. You are safe.
Backflip off the goddamn walls.
Yes,
out of
but
this guy.
do give me a con save or lose D3 points of constitution because you are close enough to smell its breath. Fail. 1D3 for how much con you lose. 3.
Jesus
Unlucky.
Christ.
You'll lose 10 more HP, but that's fine. That's off your max. Doesn't matter right now. It is your turn. You do your flips. Not Cypher. Iron Grip. Are you shutting him in there? Or are you leaving that door open?
I am holding my action for when Cypher gets out of the room. Is Cypher held?
No, Cypher's not held. Cypher's free. Go ahead and make your movement.
When Cypher gets out of the room, I will shut the door as my reaction.
Well, Cypher, it's your turn. You can disengage and not take the attack of opportunity, or you can use your action for something else.
Yeah, I'm disengaging. Fuck this guy.
All right. Okay. Woo! You're out. What do you?
Okay.
What are the two of you doing outside?
We're holding this door together
Yeah.
and talking. Okay, what do we do now?
What do you do?
Please tell me the fucking Sphinx smites them.
I look at the Sphinx.
We look at the Sphinx because we weren't sure if it would get us.
She grins at you, but otherwise just watches from afar.
Okay, we go to the coal room. I want to lay Steermir's body on top of the coals in order to step over them.
Yeah, you can throw open the door. So you were. Hold on. We're still in initiative order. Let's keep it. It should be
Okay.
Cypher. You came
Okay.
out, right?
Yeah.
And then the two of you talked for a moment. It's Iron Grip's turn.
I think we're kind of screwed here. Do we just run? We don't have a living person to sacrifice. That was kind of the move we were planning.
Maybe we can. I think we can convince him that we did sacrifice him, right?
Yeah, but the zombies are still coming. I'll like point at the door that I'm holding.
Okay. So it sounds like we're taking a round of talking. So the mummy will come forward and use an action to try and open the door. There are two of you here. So why don't we say one of you makes an athletics check at advantage, because you'll have the help of the other person against the mummy's athletics check.
17.
Against the mummy's 5. You can hold the door as the mummy tries to push it open on you. Cypher, it's your turn.
What are we even gonna do? I mean, I think we're. Are we? Do we have to just run away?
Well, I was kind of hoping to live, and so I just disengage and bolt for the stairs.
The two of you were
We're
just gonna
die
flee.
we're gonna die in the desert. We can't. I don't know.
Right. Well, it's technically Cypher's turn, so Cypher can flee first, or you can stay, whatever you want, Cypher, but make a decision quickly.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, you're gonna run. Iron Grip, you're gonna run.
I'm fleeing max speed.
Okay. The two of you run from the pyramid. You can make all your way out. Actually, you don't make it
Fucking
that far.
cowards.
You will make it to the next floor down. The Sphinx is not here. That's just an old token. You will make it to here. Not these are with you. And you will find in this room, back here where everyone else is, those other clerics are gathered around talking amongst each other as you come running down the stairs, bleeding from like every part of your body. And they will all turn to look at you with a little bit of shock and surprise on their faces.
Nadinus has gone mad. Her cleric tried to kill us. She killed the two. Help us. Could you heal us? We need to be restored.
The cleric of Verasi steps forward. I tried to kill you.
Yes, but
Sorry, go ahead.
yes, but you weren't very good at it.
The cleric of Malchus steps forward, and you'll see him from behind his cloak. He will pull out what appears to be some sort of enchanted short sword, and will look like, where are the humans?
Fuck you.
They did not make it.
He puts
we
the
ran.
short sword back in his sheath and steps away.
Mummies were too powerful.
Mott shakes her head at you.
You should have healed me. Cassian had to give me his potion to keep me alive. I'll point at Matt and say, it's your fault.
Is there a
Shaking
way
her head.
you can? Can you get her to call off the undead? We can still get to the other rooms. We can still do it.
Cassian still lives. He's only downed. Styrmir is dead though.
They all just stand there, and that is when the mummy begins to appear from behind
my
you,
fucking
making its way
God.
down the stairs.
Kill it. I'm leaving.
The other clerics will get the fuck out of the way, and it looks like the two of you flee to the outside of the desert. It's a hot, brutal, dusty, sandy wasteland. You have no water. You're at 2 HP and 9 HP.
Oh,
You
we
can't
have
gain
water.
HP.
They have mummy rot too.
They have mummy rot. Yeah. What do you do as you exit the room?
I explain that the other people that we have outside are going to be our water reserves. We're going to drain their blood and drink it through the desert to escape.
You, as a flesh eater, would know you can't drink blood to survive on for very long.
Oh yeah, but that's why I got that phantom steed that lets me move 100 miles a day. So I only need to make it a couple days through the desert.
Yeah, but how are you gonna get Cypher out of here? And do you have any spell slots for Phantom Steed?
That's a ritual.
Oh.
Takes me 1 minute or 10 minutes to ritual it. Lasts an hour. I'm sure a horse can carry 2 people, especially a spectral horse. So we only need a little bit of blood to get through the desert for a couple days until we get to water.
Well, Razor, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
I point to the rot on my skin. We're gonna die. And also, we failed Julia.
I turn to turn to Cypher and say, "This was fate. We were meant to make them fail. Resurrection isn't the path. We can make it home. We just need to find healers."
I would have never let them rape our holy lands and take our treasure.
We've accomplished our mission. We've protected Arcadia. No outsiders will plunder her spoils.
That's right. We did it. We can...
That was the most enthusiastic "we've did it" I've ever heard in my life. Well, it appears that we've reached the end of our campaign. I thought today was going to be the end one way or another. A little bit of luck, a little bit of fate, and a little bit of anticipated betrayal brings us, I think, to the end of our campaign. The end of the Lazarus expedition. Why don't we take a break? I think we'll come back on the other side and we'll do some chit chat and then we'll end the show and do the after show or something.
Sounds
We'll
good
see.
to me.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think we should do... We'll talk about this in break.
We'll talk about it on break. We'll see you guys on the other side of a break. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lazarus expedition. Once again, the party saved and died, which is unusual. 2 campaigns, but this one we got to the end, the very, very brutal end. And we're gonna do some fun stuff pretty soon. In fact, why don't we just do the fun stuff now, and then in the after show we can talk more about the other stuff, the events. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do we want to do a little?
Humans.
Wait, I think before you talk about your character, I'm so sorry. I think that we should actually talk about what happened this campaign because I think everybody is so salty, and I'm also salty. I just want to talk about it real quick.
All right,
I think we're doing things backwards.
I agree.
We should finish off this campaign and then do new character
I agree.
creation.
Okay.
Nick, I'm so sorry.
Physics will re-edit this into the appropriate order.
Yes. Nick will
We
be
can
in the
also
correct
start
order.
over. It's all good.
Okay, listen. All right, I'm going to preemptively trench fight here, okay?
Don't preempt it, you're already in them.
I'm in
you're
the
in them.
trenches. Listen, I get that people don't like PvP, okay? However, look at things from my perspective. Stermir is dying, Cassian is about to die. So I assume the campaign is over. Now, me and Peachal had this grand plan for the betrayal. And the betrayal was going to be that on the way back to Scalesvale, we were going to be like building up this when we get there, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows for you. So the other 2 party members are eventually going to try and get away from us. And then it's a pursuit, right? We're chasing them down. Something like that. That would have been a far more narratively interesting thing, because then we get to finish the quest. My perspective is, oh shit, we're fucked. Everyone's dying. Our only hope is to drag Stermir, sacrifice him to the coals, and magic missile Cassian, and then maybe we can get the scroll and salvage something from this, right? Because I figured the campaign was over at that point. So that's where the betrayal came from.
I'd like to...
I understand that betrayal now. I was pissed off because I had a way probably to get out, depending on a strength check. I still had a potion of invisibility on me, so Cassian absolutely could have got out of the room, and it just felt a little cucked that the party members had died, then 2 new party members are brought in, and then they betrayed us at like a really inopportune time. It just felt really unsatisfying. But hearing what Potato said, and he thinks, oh, I'm fucked in there anyways, he wanted to give some sort of like satisfaction to chat about like what had been kind of building up that we had seen. Which, in my opinion, is okay. I should probably be the only one feeling Omega fucked, because I'm the only one who actually knew, maybe Koibu, that I had an invisibility potion that I could get out with.
If you had like said,
Yeah.
I'm going to drink an invisibility potion on my next turn, I would not have magic missiled you.
Yeah, in the
I
future,
thought you were
before
dead.
you do it, just message me and be like, are you dead? And then if I
Okay.
say yes, then you could have done it. But I would have been like, I'm good. And then,
Yeah.
boom, we would have been able to maybe continue on a little bit more. So again, everybody in chat, none of you should be mad. Betrayal is kind of cool sometimes. Yeah.
Can I extend an olive branch to chat maybe, because I think I'd just like to give like the perspective of how this all happened for maybe a grander scope. Because so I initially had this idea of bringing 2 characters who would join in on the party and collaborate, but in the end have one more opposing reason to fight the party, with a final twist to make sure that we have to have a showdown at the end between 2 groups of people who you thought were friends. I thought that idea was cool narratively, and when I came up with this idea, I'm pretty new to D&D and stuff like that, but I was aware that people don't like PvP and that you guys don't like seeing like, oh, I was actually evil at the end, haha. So me and Potato and Neil spent a lot of time talking about how can we set this up in a way that it doesn't feel unsatisfying. And I just want you to know that we were very careful in our intentions to set this up in a satisfying way.
And you did a good job.
We wanted to create characters who there would be doubt if we could trust them or not, where over the course, as we build this up, would have good reasons to collaborate with the players, and to go through to the end, to not just randomly have a point where they betray them, but to wait until the end, until there was an opportunity for a big, satisfying showdown moment to show the betrayal. And we crafted these characters and their backstories in the storyline in a way where this would all make sense. We tried to, lay out some crumbs for everyone to see, that these might not be characters to trust, and also obviously realizing that the characters would have no choice but to trust him at the beginning. We would make sure that towards the beginning, obviously, there would be no reason to betray. We talked a lot about this, and we made sure. Maybe we didn't quite hit the mark. Maybe you guys still didn't like it. If so, I apologize for giving you an unsatisfying narrative experience. I thought it might be a cool idea. In the future, if this is
You
how
were
you
right,
guys
it
feel,
was a cool idea. I think
No.
people
Maybe-
are way too mad over me just being like, oh, we're fucked, let me magic missile Muton. People are way too mad over that.
Everything was really good up until that point for me. For me, I just felt fucked because I have an invisibility scroll. I can get out. And then I
Right,
can
but
magic
you see
missile.
my logic
But
is, I thought
everything
the
up
campaign was
yes,
over, right?
Yeah, no, I do. But everything up until that point was really well done and everything. The only issue is, it's like, well, what is Nick and I's time to like flip the switch? Because I don't know if we ever can turn on you guys before you turn on us.
Well, I was fully willing to
But
like sacrifice
that's
my
fine.
character for the cause, right?
Yeah.
So presumably there are moments where like there's moments where Drolvracer is like has his hand in a monster's mouth and is getting bitten, right? Because he's committed to the cause, right? So there were like, it's not like I was like holding back and letting you guys take all the damage, right?
No,
I was-
absolutely not.
yeah.
Yeah. So what was your guys? I guess what was your character's motivation at the end? Like, let's say we get to the whole thing. Did they just want the resurrection scroll for Julia? Like, can you give us a bit of that?
So it was twofold, either to prevent you from getting the scroll or bring the scroll back to Julia.
Got it.
That was the two things we wanted.
Yeah. Basically, So here, I want you to imagine the situation from Julia's perspective and the people of this land's perspective. There are these outsiders who've come into the land, right? And they've just slain Cassius, one of the strongest fighters in this land. These guys are fucking capable. These guys are strong. So from their perspective, it kind of makes sense that these guys might be able to go all the way and get the Scroll of Resurrection and take it out of this land to some other strange land that we've never heard of, that we don't give a fuck about. And it seems questionable if we can fight them or not, if we can beat them in battle or not. But if we can get them there, if we can keep an eye on them and make sure, and then if they do get it, if we can get the scroll for ourselves so that Julia can get it and make sure that it's no longer in such a place where people can get it and where it actually is safe, that would make the most sense.
We ended up with the most unsatisfying ending of nobody gets the scrolls, so nothing actually happons.
Well, let me. Here's the thing: if I hadn't magic missiled you and you just died to those zombies, like it doesn't change the outcome. I think people are way too angry over the same outcome we were going to get.
We weren't going to get the same outcome, though.
Can zombies attack invisible things with disadvantage? Right? You're on 2 HP. You'd have to like get out of the room.
It would be more like they're guessing squares, and they're stupid zombies, so they probably wouldn't even know what happened. It would come down to the fact of if I passed an athletics check against them.
Right, because the first zombie would go and grapple you, right? The second zombie, it had already attacked you and gotten you down low, and it would have been your turn. So if you escaping from the zombie's grapple is an athletics check, or is an action. So you can't escape and potion same round, but you could potion while invisibled. Then they attack you at disadvantage.
No, I mean, if it's that, then I probably would have died. Yeah.
Well, he would have been able to drink the potion as a bonus action, and then.
Isn't it a full action to drink the potion?
No, I think it is a bonus action, actually.
Well, it's a bonus action in Baldur's Gate, I'm not sure.
That's true. In Baldur's Gate, it is a bonus action.
Yeah, take notes, Neil.
That's where I've been doing it recently.
I will give my view, and people in chat maybe don't like this, but I feel like there would be at least that many people upset if we'd have TPK'd. They'd be upset at Neil instead of upset at...
Oh, I'm upset at the encounter. But... I think the encounter was a little much, but... I don't... Again,
what are you comparing
sense.
it to? You're comparing it to sacrificing one of the party, everyone losing 12 years of their life, or having to fight a really tough encounter. So none of those were without sacrifice. You know, we could have avoided that encounter if we were just willing to sacrifice one of the party.
But the thing is there's not really there's no avoiding that encounter. I don't think anyone in their right mind would think that the nature goddess Verasi would drop a level 9 fucking spell on you when you walk in. Does that make like?
I think
I should have cast silence on her.
If people think if people think a TPK at the end of a campaign ruins the whole campaign, then honestly
they shouldn't be watching Saber die.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
100% agreed.
100% agreed.
So I'd also like to bring up that you also brought this up, and some people in chat are saying it's like the players have no choice but to join these characters and go with them, right? But neither did your characters, because your characters also needed help to get to the pyramid, and there's these powerful creatures. You might not trust them, but you need someone's help to get there, and if you refuse them, you might die on the way on your own.
Sure, but if we knew you were evil, I'm sure we could find 2 other people who were good, you know, to help us on this cause.
They're really powerful.
Farsia helped us a lot, though.
Yeah.
She helped us sell all the gear. She got us the boat.
She did. Yeah, I agree.
She got us the guide. I mean,
she played the long game.
I am not mad about anything.
There was also a discussion between me and Jan as to whether or not would you guys actually convince us to join your side. So we might start off thinking that we're going to work against you, but actually through seeing the value of your camp, and you convince us that King Arnold is worth resurrecting. Yeah. So it wasn't like we went into like we're 100% going to betray these guys. It was more so we wanted to set up like the end of the campaign. It's Sturmir and Cassian like trying to escape this continent.
Yeah, again, I was only pissed off when I got magic missiled and I was like, I have a way out.
Yeah, that's my
Once you told me that you didn't have an idea of that or anything, I'm like, okay, yeah, you want to show what your character's ambition and what he has been showing for the past 6 episodes. That's okay. So yeah, I'm okay with it. But not a huge fan of PvP, and I hope for the sandbox campaign we can avoid it and just tell good stories. I will promise to you and the viewers right now that my characters
will not betray anyone else.
One
next-
year later, we see
for the
Pokemon
next-
challenges.
That'll make a good short at
I
some
think-
point in the
That'll
future.
I can't promise that there will be no PvP. If it makes sense for my character, I will do it. However, there will be more like back channel discussions like, hey, this path we're going down is going to lead to my character like getting into a fight with yours or leaving the party, right?
That's the way to do it, to be fair.
Yeah.
And this was nice, long, slow roll. I mean, by the middle of last session, everyone was talking about the inevitable upcoming betrayal, and I think Mooten and Nick had said to each other like, we might have to kill these people. So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that was all cool. You guys did you guys did a very good job on that.
Yeah.
On showcasing and like, yeah, you did a very good
The-
job.
The real problem is Neil set up a really shit encounter, and that's the actual problem. It's not the
Fucking
fact that
true.
I PvP'd, okay? It was the
That was a shit
encounter.
encounter.
shit
I totally
encounter.
agree with you.
yeah. The dice, they giveth, and the dice they taketh away. It's a tough bit.
We kind of got lucky with the turn on dead, though, to be fair.
The turn on
Yeah.
was lucky, but
That
everything
was
else was
such a
fucked.
sick moment.
There were epic fails with the wisdom saves.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, keep in mind, I also have a sore spot for PvP because I've been killed in like fucking 3 or 4 Neil campaigns
Sorry.
by really stupid shit.
True, I'd forgot about that.
Just like
That's-
over and over, it keeps happening. But this one made sense. It was totally fine. I'm not mad about it anymore. We're all good.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally not mad, chat. Look at him. He's
Look at
Look at
me.
him. That's the face of
I'm smiling.
the
This is
lack of
amazing that
fury.
someone's smiling.
I just like to leave with the thought of there is a world where the dice have rolled differently, and there was a showdown at the end between these two groups that have built mistrust against each other, and Mooten and Greenzerg won, and they
Yes.
slayed the monsters
would
that
have
have
been
betrayed
sick,
them
yeah.
It
all
would have been
along.
sick, yeah.
And I want you to consider if that would have been maybe kind of cool.
That was
that's
the
what I wanted
storyline
to
we
get out of
actually
this.
wanted. Like,
Yeah,
like,
that would have
as
been
a
cool.
player, that's the storyline I wanted. Right? Is where you guys
Yeah.
actually succeed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.